Welcome to PEP Talks, a patient experience podcast telling stories of connection and care. Sometimes life changes in a single phone call. For Jamie Losito, that call came while she was standing in an Ulta parking lot at just 32 years old, hearing the words no one ever expects to hear. It's cancer. But what happened next made her story even more extraordinary. Just days after her diagnosis, Jamie discovered she was pregnant. In this episode, we hear the story of a young mother navigating cancer treatment and pregnancy at the same time, while raising a 1-year-old son, running a business, and trying to hold on to hope in the middle of overwhelming uncertainty. This is a story about fear, faith, family, and the team of people who reminded one patient that she wasn't fighting alone.
My name is Jamie Losito, and I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, I am a Christian, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a best friend, I'm a wealth manager, and I was all of these things before cancer. My husband and I were college sweethearts. We met my freshman year of college and got married the year after we graduated, and set off on a life of what we expected to be some career building and then starting a family shortly thereafter. We were married 6 or 7 years, and we were having some fertility issues. We weren't getting pregnant as quick as we thought we would, and so we did some investigative testing, and we were told that basically I had the ovaries of like a 45-year-old. And so we had multiple doctors, I think 4 in total, tell us, you're never going to conceive on your own. And so we went ahead and went down the path of IVF. Our first IVF led to the loss of our son at 13 weeks. And that was an experience we never thought we would get beyond. And then we did, and we got pregnant again, and we had a little boy. His name is Landon, and Landon today is 5. After Landon's first birthday, I was working from home one evening. I pushed back in an armchair to get comfortable with my laptop in my lap, and I thought something felt weird. And so I said to my husband, my boob feels weird. And he kind of looked at me like I was crazy because that was something I had never told him before. And but I thought, post-pregnancy life still, I'm only a year out. I'm sure I'm getting ready to start a cycle soon. I'm sure the other one will catch up in the weirdness and everything will go back to normal. And 2 days later, it still hadn't. And so we reached out to a family friend that manages a local physicians group, and she got me in to get a mammogram prescription. And immediately I was concerned because I was only 32 at the time, and I thought, what could this possibly be, and why are they so quickly urging me to get the mammogram? And so one of my own clients is a local radiologist. And so I showed up, and he did the mammogram and ultrasound at the same time. And they said, okay, we'll see you back at 8:30 in the morning. We want to do a biopsy. And so that was a Wednesday morning. It's about 2:30 on Friday afternoon. I got the phone call from the radiologist. But I think as soon as I answered the phone, I knew what he was going to tell me. And he said, Jamie, it's Dr. Wallet. This is not a death sentence, but it is cancer. And I didn't hear anything after that. And that just started this journey that we have taken that has been cancer. The following Monday was Memorial Day. On that Tuesday, I went in to see a local surgeon, and I saw a local oncologist. The two physicians locally were already battling it out with each other as to who's going to be the first one and who's going to be in charge of making a decision for this patient, and kind of questioning each other right off the bat. So we left the end of the day Tuesday more confused than we had been on Friday afternoon. But luckily on Friday afternoon, my mom had called to Moffitt, and as my mom was giving them my social and insurance information, the person that was taking my mom's call had someone sitting next to them, another scheduler, who had gotten a cancellation call. And I thank the Lord for that cancellation call. The person that canceled left an opening on Sharon Laranga's calendar for that Thursday. And immediately we could see the difference between a team approach of care, between coordination of the physicians. We could see that it was one place, one solution versus go here, go there, talk to this person, talk to that person. And even looking back now, down to the simplicity of billing. I mean, everybody talks about how stressful medical expenses are, and I never felt like Moffitt made, not that it was made cheap, but it was never confusing. It was, we're going to get you taken care of. We'll send you a bill once we get everything situated with your insurance. I never had to kind of bounce back and forth between insurance and Moffitt, which I had to do for those, even just those 2 appointments on that Tuesday. While I was at home waiting on the biopsy results, I was feeling weird. Like I just kept telling my husband, I feel pregnant. And I took a couple of pregnancy tests and they were all negative. So Tuesday I'm at the local doctor's. Wednesday night we had a birthday dinner for a family member. And after the birthday dinner, I walked across the parking lot from the restaurant to a Publix. And I thought, I'm just going to buy another pregnancy test. And I got home that evening and I took the pregnancy test and it was positive like immediately. And I mean, obviously we were in complete shock. And we didn't know anything to do. Fortunately, we got to Moffitt on Thursday and saw Dr. Laranga and Sharon, her nurse practitioner, and I told them all of the details. And they said, oh, that's exciting. Congratulations. And I'm like, why are they congratulating me? This cannot be good to have both happening at the same time. And they said, Dr. Laranga actually has worked a lot with pregnant patients, and she'll be able to, walk you down this path. It'll be fine. You can do both of these at the same time. We just have to figure out how far along your pregnancy is, which was just mind-boggling. I was really terrified that hearing that I could do both would lead to, is she going to have some kind of learning disability or birth defect or physical anomaly that she's going to have to deal with her whole life because her mom chose to take treatments while she was in the womb. We've come to learn now later on that the type of chemo that I received doesn't cross the placenta. My first marching orders from Dr. Laranga were to get to an OBGYN and find out how pregnant I really was. And so that Friday morning, I went home and found an OBGYN that could see us at 7:30 in the morning. And they did an ultrasound and said, we think you're about 4.5, maybe 5 weeks along. We reported that back to Dr. Laranga and asked a few other questions. And they kept telling us that, everything could continue. And there was something in us that Friday that told us, you can't do this. I don't know if it was just the dark side trying to tell us, you're not strong enough for this, or you don't know what you're talking about and you're hearing what you want to hear. But we had actually gone ahead and called back to the OB after we left that morning and said, we don't think we're going to be able to do all of this. And I don't know why. I mean, Sharon and Dr. Laranga were very encouraging, but we had gone ahead and told the OBGYN that we thought we were going to have to terminate the pregnancy. And Sharon from Dr. Laranga's office actually was off that Friday. She called us that afternoon and said, please don't follow through with what you think. You need to meet with the medical oncologist because I'm telling you, you can do both. And so because it was only 10 days later and we'd still be very early on, we followed her instructions. Looking back now, I can tell you that Sharon saved Madison's life as much as Dr. Laranga and Dr. Soyano and their teams saved mine. I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't picked up the phone that Friday afternoon. It was extremely ironic that Dr. Soiano gave me the comfort and courage to move forward, because what I didn't know at the time was that she was just a few weeks further along than I was with her second and her first daughter, her second child, just like I was. We talked a little bit about our 2 pregnancies and how the timing that was off, and the comfort level that kind of washed over me at that point was, she's not giving me a drug that's going to make me sick. She's not giving me a drug that's killing something. She's giving me a prescription that's going to cleanse my body so that I can have as healthy of a pregnancy as she's about to have. And there's no way she could tell me to do something that would put my child at risk if she's literally with child at the exact same time. And I don't think that any physician would ever tell you, oh, you have to take this and ignore the side effects. At least I don't think that anyone at Moffitt would ever do that. It just felt different looking in her eyes and her saying, this is not going to affect the baby. We've got plenty of studies. We treat other pregnant patients throughout the year. It doesn't happen often, but we do still have several pregnant patients every year. And so to watch her kind of walk through her pregnancy while I was walking through mine was very reassuring. So I've mentioned a couple of times that I've walked these parallel paths of cancer and pregnancy, and I had a 1-year-old at home, and I owned a business, and so there was a lot happening. I think each of them kept everything kind of moving forward, helped the weeks pass by. At 13 weeks with Madison, 13 weeks along in my pregnancy, I had my mastectomy here at the Moffitt main campus. At 17 weeks, I got my first round of chemo, and that was every 3 weeks until I had done 4 of the AC treatments. So that took me to almost the 30-week range with my pregnancy. Lost my hair, shaved my head, got my wigs, moved into maternity clothes. And Madison was born January 27th of 2020, 8 months after I got my diagnosis. So 56 radiation treatments, 16 chemo treatments, and mastectomy. When I finished everything May 24th of 2021, Madison was almost 4 months old at that point, starting to giggle and all the fun things. And it was a very bittersweet time. If there's a good part to cancer, I feel like my priorities are right where I want them to be. I do love what I do professionally, and I work really hard, and I love the clients I work with, but I really love my family, and every day could be the last day before another diagnosis or the last day before a recurrence. And at least once a week when I take our dogs out to, use the bathroom, I'm looking at the wind in the trees, and it was just something I didn't do before cancer. And so to find something to fight for, to find a team that's fighting for you also, to really lean into what are those priorities? Is it family? Is it religion? Is it breathing fresh air? Is it we go to Disney World a lot? Is it surrendering to complete distraction and leaving all of your responsibilities behind? Is it just knowing that you're getting to the other side of this and you've been given another chance? It makes time with family and friends and whatever it is I'm doing just extra bittersweet. If I had one thing to say to Moffitt team members, I would beg you to let me say 2. The first one is thank you. Because if it wasn't for the hard work that you're doing, I don't know if I would be here. I don't know if my daughter would be here. I don't know if my reconstructive work would have been as good as it is. I don't know what the outcome would have been. And so thank you. Thank you for all of the hard work that all of you are doing, and for all of the hard work that everyone that's supporting the physicians are doing, all the way down to, the person that's preparing the ER for the next patient, cleaning the bathrooms, whatever it is. You've saved a lot of lives, And I hope that those lives stick with you as you continue to do your work. But don't forget that you're fighting for a family, and you're fighting for memories, and you're fighting for vacations and birthdays. This is never a place that I have felt sick or disabled or less than a human. I've always been given the resources here to battle the next battle. And I've always had a team that is saying, we've got you, we're going to get you through this. Just keep remembering what you're helping patients battle for. Sometimes I feel like I cheated cancer, or I took the easy way out, or it doesn't feel like as big of a story as other people's stories, but it's a story that hopefully by telling it saves one other baby and mother.
Jamie's story is a reminder that behind every diagnosis is a family, a future, and a life worth fighting for. Thank you for listening to this episode of PEP Talks. New episodes drop monthly on all your favorite platforms.